I'm sitting at the terminal. I'm sitting at the ferry terminal now, and I'm waiting for the boat now, which is going to be 3/4 of an hour before it sails. So I'm off today to Victoria, which is on Vancouver Island, and I'm going to view an old roundhouse. It's been there since the early 1900s, so I'm looking forward to this trip. The things I do for you just cost me $97 to get this ferry, plus some change. So that's going to be $100 there, $100 back, that's $200, and then if I have to pay to go into the roundhouse, that's going to be even more. So I don't know what it's going to cost, the total expenses for the day, but don't worry, it's all only money, isn't it? I'm now at the site of the Esquimalt and Nanaimo Railway, which was originally built, inaugurated in 1883. And there's still some interesting buildings here. It's supposed to be the best preserved loco shed that there is in British Columbia. So this actual building here was the original engine shed. So this was a loco shed, the first one, and they were built in 1912. They were designed in 1912 and they completed being built in 1913. So this was originally an engine shed. The noise you can hear is the float plane, which is just taken off there. You can just make it out in the sky there. We're right at the side of the ocean here, actually. You can see just over here, that's the ocean. So it's quite a picturesque place as well. Anyway, as I said, this was the original engine shed, and let's take a look at it from the other side. It actually looks like it was part of a warehouse as well, I don't know. Or it could have been converted at a later date. But that was the original engine shed. I should just mention that along with this original shed, there was originally a turntable, and judging off the amount of water here in this round area, this was probably the turntable area. That's what I would imagine it was. Still a bit of line there, look. So that's the original engine shed. Over here, this was called a section house and stores, so I don't actually know what a section house is. But that was what that building is there. Just coming over the lines now that I don't think these are used at all now. I wouldn't imagine so. As you can see, they're a little bit on the rusty side. And this spur, well, it's not a spur actually, it's a line that went down into the town and down to the station. There's some more lines there for sidings as well. But this went down into the station. And the station is not running now, although there are talks of reopening it, so I don't know what's going to happen actually. These were all the sidings that we used. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks there, 5 tracks, and you can see over here, look at that, turntable. So I'm going to inspect that closer in just a few minutes. This is one of the carriages here. It says Express on it. And this over here, this carriage here, is marked E&N, Esquimalt and Nanaimo Railway. And this says Residences here, so I don't know whether that Bayview Place Residences. Ah, there, that was the section house. So it says stores building, so it must have been for stores, obviously. Quite interesting actually around here. There's another sign for the E&N. And this is a close-up of the carriage house. over to the right here we've got a roundhouse, or a semi-roundhouse. I think it's 10 bays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 10 bays, although one of them is bricked up, it looks like. So let's take a look. This is the one that was built in 1913, or completed in 1913 I should say. So here we have the turntable area. Not in a good state of repair, I don't think. Going to make my way around here. So the whole of this railway was built by a very influential family at the time. They're called the Dunsmuirs. So they built the whole of this, and there's another building behind that roundhouse as well, semi-roundhouse. So I don't know actually what that building is there, but I'll do a little bit of a quick research and see if I can find out. I'm going over the yellow brick road. It would be wonderful to see this in action again, wouldn't it? And there is talk of it being brought back. You can see there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of tracks left going to the roundhouse. The others have been removed. Don't know whether I can get in or not, but I'll have a little scout on the other side. This is the other side of the car shop now, and you can see there's a sign there just to confirm that it was a car shop. In other words, it wasn't an engine shed, it was for carriages. You can just see the sign there. And this sign here answers my question whether I can get in or not. Do not enter unsafe. I nearly got run over by a motorbike then. That's unsafe, isn't it? Let's have a look around the other side then. Just in case there was any doubt in your mind that it was a roundhouse, it says R-O-U-N-D-H-O-U-S-E. So there's the proof. This is the back side of the 10 road semi-roundhouse, and quite a nice structure it is too. There's another float plane just taking off. This, as the sign implies, this is at the back of the roundhouse. It is Locomotive Shop. So I think that's probably an extension that was built onto the roundhouse, probably to house another locomotive or two, I don't know. This was the working area. This was the machine shop and the blacksmith. So there's actually daylighting. I might be able to see in here. Not very well, I don't think. Not well at all. You can make your eye through there. I'll take a closer look and see if I can see what it is. It just looks like it's being used for storage or something at the moment. Take a look round the back side of this then. Might as well do the full tour while we're here. If I can get round, that is. Yeah, I think I probably can. I'm going to have to work my way through the brambles here. Tramp them down. I've run the gauntlet of stuff now. Oh yeah, I'll be able to get out there okay, not a problem. So this is a view from the side here now, and you can see this was a massive building. I think that the back half was a blacksmith and the rest was the workshops. You can see all the sidings from here now. I'm quite in an elevated position now, so it gives a good view here. This is the side of the roundhouse that you can just see here. So I'm going to take one more look round the roundhouse at the front, and then I think that's it. I think we're done. Gives you quite a good panorama of the whole area here now. There's some interesting buffers here, look. Not what you call traditional British buffers, but they obviously do the job. I think they're constructed out of metal. Yes, they are. As well as the Romanesque detailing on this building, the arches and such, they have what they call a fenestration detailing. And this, I've been in the wood trade for a long time, but this is known as a sash 12 over 12 over 12 window. And as you can see, it's 12 over 12 over 12. So there's 3 lots of 12. This is to give a maximum amount of daylight in there. It's very interesting how they've used the lintels as well. You can look closely there, the metal, and they look like angle irons, and the windows have been built on underneath those. So that's the support for it, those angle irons. That's a new one for me, that one. Those sash windows. I've never heard the terminology 12 over 12 over 12 before, but obviously there was another one here, but now there it is, gone. Take one last look at the front of the roundhouse now from this area. Whoops, floor's not very good. Beautiful structure, isn't it? I just hope that they can actually do something with it and bring it back to its natural state, get it working again. What a fantastic thing that would be, wouldn't it? Especially if they open the line back down to the town as well. And the trains actually stopped running as recently as 2012, so it can't be that much of a job to get it up and running again after 10 years. And this is quite an interesting structure that I didn't notice before. This metal work here that goes up from the centre of the turntable, I've no idea what it's for, but there's a little thing on the top there. It looks like it could be some kind of event. Maybe it was steam powered, this thing, and maybe they plugged it in there and that took the smoke away, the steam away. I don't know. I'm only guessing. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed this trip. I certainly have. I've spent a long time here, and I'll just give you one last panorama. Very interesting, and at least I know now what that other building there was as well. That was the engine shop and the blacksmiths. So I'm going to leave it there and hope you've enjoyed this trip. Keep watching. If you enjoy it, please subscribe, and then you won't miss a thing. Hit that little bell as well. You'll get a reminder every time something new comes on. Bye for now.